Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Friday, December 4th, 2020. Welcome to day 1415. Biden will ask all Americans to wear masks for 100 days after he is inaugurated, saying, quote, just 100 days to mask, not forever. 100 days, end quote. Biden also asked Dr. Anthony Fauci to stay on as director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, the same position he has held since 1984 across 6 administrations. Fauci called Biden's proposal a good idea. The CDC is now recommending universal mask use outside people's homes as part of its updated coronavirus guidance. Moving on, the United States economy added 245,000 jobs in November on a seasonally adjusted basis, as the unemployment rate fell to 6.7% from 6.9% in October. The economy has brought back 12.3 million of the 22 million jobs that were lost in the first 2 months of the coronavirus pandemic. But there are still 10.7 million unemployed Americans, compared with 5.8 million in February. Hiring is now so low that it could take another 40 months for the job market to fully recover from the pandemic. Biden said the grim jobs report shows the economic recovery is stalling and warned of a dark winter ahead unless Congress passes a coronavirus relief bill immediately. Meanwhile, Trump could preemptively pardon as many as 20 of his aides and associates before leaving office. Republicans say offering legal reprieves to his friends and family members would be unprecedented and could tarnish his legacy and could harm his 2024 campaign. The Justice Department in D.C., the Justice Department investigated Jared Kushner's lawyer and a top Trump fundraiser over a possible scheme to offer bribes in exchange for clemency on a tax crimes convict. Unsealed but heavily redacted court documents disclosed that Abby Lowell and Elliot Broidy were the subject of an investigation as recently as this summer into possible unregistered lobbying and bribery related to securing clemency for Hugh Barris, who had received a 30-month prison sentence on a conviction of tax evasion and improperly claiming Social Security benefits. However, Diller died in 2018 and Barris never received clemency. Broidy, however, pleaded guilty in October to a different scheme to lobby the Trump administration. Moving on, Trump's campaign and its related committees spent more than $1.1 million at Trump's own properties in the last 2 weeks of Trump's losing 2020 campaign. The Trump Victory Fundraising Committee, which is managed by Trump's campaign and the Republican National Committee, spent $1.06 million at Trump properties in September, October, and November, and Trump's own campaign reported spending another $66,000. Meanwhile, the White House fired several members of the Pentagon's Defense Business Board. Trump loyalists Corey Lewandowski and David Bossie were then appointed to the board. The firings come less than a month after Trump removed Defense Secretary Mark Esper. Meanwhile, White House Communications Director Alyssa Farah resigned after more than 3 years with the Trump administration. And finally, the House of Representatives voted to remove marijuana from the federal schedule of controlled substances, marking the first time a congressional chamber has voted in favor of decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level. The legislation, however, is almost certainly doomed in the Republican-led Senate. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.